Hey guys, so today we're going to learn how to install Eclipse and also run our first program. So the first thing we have to do is obviously open up the web and then go to google.com. After you're navigated to Google, type in Eclipse. Eclipse download. Once you're here, obviously you're going to have many options. Let's try to look for eclipse.org and then you can click on it. Once you're on the link, here, let me copy this for future reference as well. So once you get on the link, obviously there's multiple options available. You can either click directly on here or you can go download packages. So whenever you click on download packages, it's going to give you multiple different options, right? We don't really have to worry about all those things. If you take a look at this side on the right, it has Windows, Mac, Linux, and obviously all these different options are available. We don't need this. This is the Enterprise Edition. We don't really need that. That would be a paid version, I would say. So we don't really need to do anything with this. We can either download this. This is a new one to 2022 that came, or we can just go with this. It's either one is fine. Eclipse IDE for Java developer. So I'm just going to go ahead and download this. Once you start downloading, obviously you're going to have this thing. Again, if you want to select another mirror, you don't have to do anything. It is that if you select this, it's just going to give you these other options that you can select from, but just ignore it, I guess. Then you just hit download. Once you hit download, you don't need to do anything with this. So just a donation that they're asking for. Depending on the computer, since I'm using Chrome, it downloads over here. On Firefox, it usually downloads on the top. So this depends on which browser you're using. So on here, if I just go over here and show in folder, the first thing we have to do, obviously, you have this. Ignore all this. What you can do, you can right click and you can extract all. Once you hit extract all, you're going to have another window open, where you want the extracted file. I'll just leave it here as is for the default. So you just go extracting. And this needs a little bit of time for extracting. It's a pretty big folder. Okay, it's nearly done. So depending on your computer, some of them it could be a little faster, some of them could be a little slower. For me, it's taking about maybe like 30 to 45 seconds or so. So again, it just depends on your computer. Yep, once you're done with this, you just click over here, click on the folder, click on the extracted folder, click on Eclipse, and then obviously you have all of these different things. You don't really need to worry about all of those different things. The only one you have to worry about is this one that says Eclipse and application, not the one that says Eclipse SEC or Eclipse C. You don't have to worry about that. It's the one that has a little Eclipse logo in there and everything. So just go over there, double click, And once you double click, it should open up. Yeah, it opened up on my another screen. So here, I'll go ahead, I'll minimize this. So you have this thing here, right? It's just a workspace that you want to do, you want to use. You can browse and you can just put it in a separate location as well. And if you want to go through this step every single time, then, well, don't select this checkbox in that case. But if you just want to keep it as the default one, right now it's on C user Moham at Eclipse hyphen workspace. So just that is the default location I'm fine with. So in that case, I'll just select this, use this as a default, and do not ask this again, because I just don't want, to ask me, where to put in the file and whatnot. I'm okay with the default location. If you're not, you can just always browse it or create a new location. It's fine. Then launch. And once you hit launch, it will open up. Right now, it's trying to open up the IDE. There you go, it opened. Just expand this. So you have it here, and one thing I can do over here. Oops, I don't need this. So let me just minimize this one. Yeah. So one thing I can do, I can actually pin it over here, so I don't have to look for anywhere. I'll just put it next to all the other ones. And then you have this, as just like a, what do you call this thing? This is basically the first time whenever you're here, it'll just gives you a little snapshot of, if you want to go through some overview, some tutorials, some samples, and if you just need, it's like a quick guide almost that you can go through over here. But I don't need this, so I'll just hit this over here, hide. And now let's just go ahead and create the first Java project. So I can either click over here, create a Java project, create a project, import a project, whatever the case is. I can also go over here, file, new, and file new, and then I can also create, project or Java project. This is, since we're going to be talking about Java over here, I'm just going to go ahead and create a Java project. Again, you can do that, or you can also create over here. It doesn't matter. For the project name, I can just put, let's say, Java tutorial. Yeah, that's totally fine. For this, obviously, there are multiple different options available. If you just want to do a quick check just to see which Java version you have, obviously you can do that as well. So if I was to just bring this up, the command prompt CMD, you can type in CMD here, and it'll just, you can just type in CMD over here, CMD, this command prompt, this will open up. Once this opens, you can just say Java space hyphen version, that's the minus sign. Press enter. See, I have 17 over here, so I can just go ahead and use the 17. I'm okay with that. And yeah, let me just close this. So this is okay. You have the project layout and everything, comments and all this other stuff. Again, it's just a default. I'll just leave it as a default. I don't need to do anything with this. Hit next. You have this. Again, you don't have to do anything with this. Hit finish. And now you have your Java tutorial project here. Again, obviously there's nothing in here right now, right? It's like I didn't create anything. There's nothing on the source. I just have this. I don't need this. I'm just go ahead and delete this. So this is Java info, module info Java. It's I don't need to do anything with this. It's whatever. So even if I leave it here, it doesn't matter. I can just create a new one. So if I go source, let's go ahead and create a package first. Package is just to put things together, you could say. But just for easier sake, let's just put that for now. Let's just say intro. intro to Java or something like that. Right. So with this, I don't really have to say put any other information right now. By convention, we usually put everything lowercase, but again, if you want to put camel case or whatever, it's not a big deal. It'll still save. So intro to Java, I'm just going to leave it as that. Finish. And inside this package, I'll just create a new. So if you right click, right? You go over here, so it's under source. Source is basically where all the code SRC, that's the source, that's where all the code goes. If you right click this and click on new, and then you have all these different options over here. So we're not going to worry about all of this. We're just going to create a class. So in this class, I can just say hello world, right? And in here, again, as you can see, I have this. Where is this? So the source folder, where is this located? It's the Java tutorials and then SRC. That's where it's located. Then package, I have this intro to Java. So everything is here. Then this thing, I just typed it over here. Name is hello world. And again, this superclass interfaces, don't worry about any of those for now. The modifiers, don't worry about any of those. Don't click on anything, just leave it public and leave it none over here. You don't select abstract or packages or anything like that, or final. Which method stub would you like to create? For here, again, you can leave it as this. Also select this first one, public static void main. That'll just create the method for you, so we don't have to write it, but we can if we wanted to. So just click on there for now, and then hit finish. Once you do this, as you can see right here on this first line, let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. So on here, you have the packages, and then you have intro to Java, and then public class hello world. Hello world is this class that we created inside intro to Java package, and then you have public static void main. So you need this, this main method in order for it to run basically, and then strings, brackets, and then args. So you basically need that. You change any of this, your code most likely will not work. So let's just write our first line of hello world. Right. System dot out dot and println. So this print stream, this first one, don't select any of the, just this first one is fine. And then you can just say hello world. Again, some of the shortcuts and everything for all of this we'll show you later on. We'll show you later on all the shortcuts, but for now, there's basically that's the command you need. System.out.println hello world. Hello world is basically, I can put whatever I want, doesn't matter. Let's just start off with that hello world. Right click, run as, and then Java application. And then you have this thing. Make sure this is selected, and then shoot OK. Once you do OK, and it just gives you this hello world. Basically, this is right now we know that our program is actually working, right? There's no problems or anything like that. It is working. Now we can go ahead and start coding. I mean, over here, if I want to put more and more and more, I mean, that is totally cool, right? I can say whatever I want. If I was to put, instead of this, right, I just copied that line basically. I don't want to type it again. So over here, if I was to put, I don't know, let's say 5 plus 2, something like that, right? Again, IDE is already smart enough to determine that we're trying to add over here, add integers or numbers. So if I was to run this again, so this time it'll give me both hello world and 5 plus 2, which would be 7, as you can see right here. So yeah, as you continue this tutorial, so yeah, we'll definitely go into it much more, both in using Eclipse as well. Yeah, thank you so much, guys. If you have any questions, please do let me know. Please do comment and share and subscribe. Thanks so much, guys. Have a good one.